Rome made Arminius one of its officers. Caesar pardoned Brutus, then brought him into the government. Bengal trusted Mir Jafar with command of its army. Each man answered that trust with betrayal. One helped stop an empire at a river. One tried to save a republic and helped bury it. One won a throne, then watched a corporation take the real power behind it. But only one is remembered as a hero. Calling someone a traitor sounds like a verdict. It is usually a point of view. Arminius was born into the Cherusci, one of the peoples living beyond Rome's frontier. But he did not begin his career fighting Rome. He served with Roman auxiliary forces. He learned their language, their discipline, and the way Roman commanders thought. Rome rewarded him with citizenship and equestrian rank. By the year 9, Arminius was not an unknown barbarian outside the gates. He was a Roman officer trusted by Publius Quinctilius Varus, the man overseeing Rome's expansion into Germania. Arminius used that trust as a weapon. He helped convince Varus that a local uprising required immediate attention. Then he guided 3 legions away from secure roads and into wooded, waterlogged country where their formations could not protect them. Another Germanic leader warned Varus that Arminius was plotting against him. Varus trusted his officer instead. Arminius slipped away, joined the coalition waiting in the forest, and attacked. For days, rain, mud, narrow ground, and repeated assaults tore the Roman column apart. Varus took his own life. Legions, 17, 18, and 19, were destroyed so completely that Rome never used their numbers again. Rome returned for revenge. Germanicus won battles east of the Rhine and recovered 2 of the lost legionary eagles, but Rome never completed the permanent province Augustus had been attempting to build there. To Rome, Arminius was a decorated officer who deceived and murdered his own comrades. To the people resisting Roman rule, he had used the empire's training to recover their freedom. The betrayal helped decide where Rome would stop. 5 decades later, Rome faced a betrayal from inside its own ruling class. Marcus Junius Brutus had fought against Julius Caesar during the Civil War. Caesar defeated his side, then pardoned him. Brutus was allowed back into public life and received high office. That mercy did not buy loyalty. Caesar accumulated honors, offices, and eventually the title dictator for life. To his supporters, he was restoring order after years of political violence. To many senators, he was turning the republic into a monarchy while refusing to wear a crown. Brutus joined the conspiracy. On the 15th of March, 44 BCE, Caesar entered a Senate meeting without his usual protection. The conspirators surrounded him and stabbed him repeatedly. Brutus became the most famous face among them. They called themselves liberators. They believed killing one man could restore the old republic. They had planned the murder more carefully than its aftermath. Caesar's supporters remained armed. His laws remained in place. His funeral turned public feeling against the assassins. Then his young heir Octavian arrived and used Caesar's name, money, and soldiers to build his own power. Brutus and Cassius raised armies, lost at Philippi, and died. More civil wars followed. In the end, Octavian became Augustus, Rome's first emperor in everything but the republican language he carefully preserved. Brutus betrayed Caesar because he feared one-man rule. His betrayal helped produce a ruler far harder to remove. He did not destroy a healthy republic by himself. Rome was already fractured by civil war and political killing. But Caesar's assassination opened the final struggle that the Republic did not survive. The third betrayal did not happen inside an empire. It helped create one. In 1757, the British East India Company was still a commercial corporation with forts, merchants, and a private army. It wanted greater influence in Bengal, one of the richest regions in the world. Standing in its way was Siraj ud-Dawla, the Nawab of Bengal. Siraj had enemies inside his own court. Bankers feared him. Officials resented him. Senior commanders doubted their future under him. The company found Mir Jafar among them. Mir Jafar commanded a large part of Bengal's army. In secret, he agreed to help remove Siraj. In exchange, the company would place him on Bengal's throne. At Plassey, Robert Clive brought roughly 3,000 company troops against an army many times larger. Yet much of that army did not seriously fight. Mir Jafar held his forces back while Siraj's loyal troops were battered by artillery, rain, confusion, and the knowledge that commanders around them had already chosen another ruler. Siraj fled. He was captured and killed. Mir Jafar received the throne he had been promised. Then he discovered who had actually won. The company demanded enormous payments, commercial privileges, and political obedience. It removed Mir Jafar when he became inconvenient, then restored him when that became useful. Plassey did not hand Britain all of India in one afternoon. 7 years later, victory at Buxar strengthened company supremacy. In 1765, the company gained the right to collect revenue across Bengal, Bihar and Orissa. The merchants now had taxes to fund armies. Those armies could seize more territory, which produced more taxes, which funded still larger armies. Mir Jafar betrayed a ruler to win his throne. His new allies used that betrayal to begin turning a trading company into a territorial power. Across South Asia, his name became another word for traitor. These betrayals were not morally equal. Arminius broke his oath to an expanding empire and became a liberator to the people it intended to rule. Brutus betrayed the man who pardoned him because he believed the republic mattered more. His plan achieved the opposite. Mir Jafar betrayed his ruler for a crown only to place the real power in foreign hands. Rome gave Arminius rank, Caesar gave Brutus mercy, Bengal gave Mir Jafar an army. Each man gave those weapons to the other side. Which betrayal changed history most, and was any of them justified?